Okay, according to my wife, I gotta wait a little bit, let you live people get on. Sorry, I'm running a little behind. I thought I was gonna do it earlier today. I know on East Coast, you guys are getting sleepy. But hey, you can still share this video because I'm really excited. I'm telling you, I got so many tricks for this because it ruined my life for so many years, as you've heard. You know, sleep and anxiety devastated. And as I said, that was the hardest part of my illness, honestly. The debilitating anxiety. Lack of sleep, I could deal with. But when I would wake up in a dread, that was really bad. Hey, Katie, I don't have my contact center glasses on, so it's like if I do this, it's because I'm blind. I should have got them just so I could read your comments. I'll have my wife get them. So, hey, you're on live, so that's awesome. So, you know, and ask questions. If my wife brings my glasses, I could actually answer them. I'll have her come in. So my anxiety is out of control also. Yeah, no, it's the worst. And if you didn't watch part 1 and part 2, please do, because I talked about how Sarah Foss changed my world. It got me through, put it that way. And knowing how to do the orthostatic to, you know, really help the adrenals and when to go with the adrenal support and when not to. That's what the orthostatic blood pressure does. So no doubt rewatch those. You know, this is, I think it's a really fun episode for me because there's a lot of little tricks that I've learned. One thing I want to tell you right now is that what works for sleep now probably won't work a month or two from now. So you've got to flip your tricks, right? So that's why I'm giving you more than one trick. But I'm going to start with something that I kind of alluded to in, I think it was video 1. And I had some people ask me about it. I had some people say, man, that's my lifesaver. So I want to talk a little bit more about it. And I'm telling you, this is gold right here. You know, if you just shared it for this. All right, something happens at night. You know, there is a, you know, system of circadian rhythm that pathogens and infections take. The Chinese called it liver time. 2 to 4 a.m. Bad stuff happens, right? Your body dumps bile, and bile is made in the liver, stored in the gallbladder. There's something called hepatic, meaning liver, biliary sludge. Sounds bad, it is. It's toxic sludge that gets pushed out between 2 and 4 a.m. That's where this product comes in, Bind. And many of us, Sean LaFaith, we were joking about it. Sean Tellerico, you were joking about it, right? We used to take it in the tub, and I said I would finish the story. So the active carbon that's in here, and there's many other binders in here, so we went beyond just taking this activated carbon. I'm telling you, this is a true story. You know, it's almost hard to believe. So Esther, she would watch our kids, right? And this little Mexican woman, she was so cute, Miss Esther. Yeah, I saw someone gave thumbs up. Someone from Pittsburgh knew us back then and knew Esther. Anyways, so we gave her this bucket because she was getting a mold exposure at home because this stuff is so powerful. It can bind a biotoxin from mold. It's one of the things we use it for biotoxic illness, even biotoxins from Lyme disease. So if you have mold illness, by the way, many people that have unexplainable illness, it's one of my coming up shows, by the way, so I don't want to tip my hand too much. But many people that have mold illness, they have biotoxic illness. That's really, you know, what it produces. So mold produces this biotoxin, but it gets in the hepatic biliary sludge, right? And it stays in there. So anyways, Esther was getting a mold exposure. So we gave her this big thing of the carbon. Well, she threw it in her trunk. It rolled around in there. It was hot out, and it rolled around in there, and it's super activated carbon, right? The stuff's from Holland. I mean, you know, really activated, okay? I mean, this stuff sticks to everything. It binds everything. It's able to bind a biotoxin, 400 to 1,000 angstroms. That's why when people say, oh, I'm taking carbon, I laugh because we went through the studies on this stuff, and carbon does not bind biotoxins unless it's this super active. We even tried to downgrade it a couple just because it was easier to process. Didn't work. So we had to go with the super activated. But anyways, so it rolls around the car. Finally, she takes it inside, okay? She puts it on the kitchen table and she walks downstairs. Now, her granddaughter comes upstairs and sees it. All of a sudden, boom, it explodes. But before it explodes, this is when you're going to think I'm crazy, okay? Esther is the most honest woman you'd ever meet in your life, okay? So her granddaughter, and by this time, her her granddaughter screams. This is how it goes down. Her granddaughter screams. That granddaughter's mom comes in to the room. The bottle is levitating. Okay, I know you think I'm full of crap. These women they swore by it. Dr. Pompa, it was levitating. It was off the ground. It was vibrating off the counter, okay? They said it was off. I'm like, come on. Just like you're saying right now, come on. How could that be? It was. I've asked scientists about this. They were like, no, something could actually be radiating that much energy that it actually could levitate. Marilee just came in, so I'm going to flip this in case you want to read some of the comments.
Okay.
So there you go. You can read.
Let's look at look at some group over there.
I can't flip it for some reason. Oh, there you go. All right. So, wait, you're seeing her now. I can't flip it. Yeah. You're like, I don't want to be seen. All right. You're gonna have to come around here and read them from an angle. All right. So.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, she disrupted my video and my story. But listen, so is Esther the most honest person? She would not make anything up, nor her daughter, right? These are good people, right? So
solid.
Vibrating off. Okay, but that's not it. So it's vibrating, and her daughter, they're like, oh my God, and her daughter's like screaming, bam, and that's when it exploded. Activated carbon all over the house. It goes in, gets sucked in the HVAC, the air return, and it goes everywhere through their house. How much damage? $40,000.
They actually remodeled the whole house.
They remodeled the whole house. It was like $40,000 estimate. They did even more than that. The carpets, the drapes stuck to the wall. They had to repaint the walls. They were black with this carbon. That's a true story, man. I'm telling you. It's a true story. So my bottom line is the carbon in here, man, it binds everything, even a biotoxin, 400 to 1,000 angstrom. That's why it works for mold illness in Lyme. But you have to pull that toxin away from that biocomplex. Listen, my doctor's watching this. We know this, right, guys? I mean, it's part of a system. And again, you know, you need a coach if you have those conditions going on because you got to know how to use this stuff. But listen, a couple of these before bed is magic because what happens is when the body releases those toxins and that hepatic biliary sludge and the heavy metals and the biotoxins, bam, it creates the adrenaline. It creates the cortisol rise because it's a stressor. And bam, you wake up in the middle of the night. So this became a savior. Now, I've had a lot of questions on SIBO. Just had one just now. This I mentioned. If you didn't watch the episode I did on SIBO, please watch it. I mentioned this product. And SIBO, as a matter of fact, you'll see an up-and-coming episode on Cellular Healing TV. And I interviewed the gastroenterologist who actually developed this product. And it was absolutely amazing, I thought, the interview, because he talked about, he was actually one of the scientists behind an antibiotic called Xifaxan, which it is a magic for irritable bowel if you have the diarrhea irritable bowel. If you have the constipation one, you don't. It doesn't work. And many of them, yeah, that light's fine. Many, though, anyways, they were wanting to figure out why, and he was on the research team, and they realized that you have different bacteria. That's what SIBO is, small intestinal bacteria overgrowth. So you get bloated, have all kinds of irritable bowel problems, gut issues that never clear up. So what they found is the ones that cause diarrhea, these bacteria, they're actually hydrogen producing. And the test for SIBO is mostly a hydrogen test. So it went misdiagnosed, and oftentimes even when they would take the Xifaxan, kill the hydrogen, they would actually get worse or not better at all. They would get worse because these bacteria were keeping these other bacteria in check. These guys produce methane. So they were trying to figure this out. He actually talked to a farmer who said, well, we feed our cows this natural concoction to knock down the methane. If you've ever been anywhere close to a big, huge cattle farm, you realize for miles away it ruins the air quality because all you smell is methane. So when I was sick, I would literally burp up methane, and the other way as well. You remember that? Methane burps?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I had SIBO. Most people that have gut problems do. So anyways, he developed this product because of basically out of the same way that they treat the cows. And it's an all-natural product. However, one thing I learned in the interview with this gentleman is that it's more for just SIBO. Any gut issues, a lot of these bacteria that are methane producers and hydrogen producers, this one it hits both of them. But he said this, at night is critical because at night he said these bacteria come out of the biofilms. I was like, wow, you know, no doubt. That's when the hepatic biliary is dumped. These pathogens come out of the biofilms. They come out. It's a crazy thing that happens. So we want these guys. So here's the formula, basically. Look, you want to take these. You want to take these first.
Keep it still.
Yeah. At least 30 minutes, even an hour before bed.
Keep it still.
And then you take.
There you go.
This one, the bind. This runs behind it, and it cleans up everything that's dumped. Remember, this is the binder. So you wouldn't think I was talking about this for sleep. I could put that in my gut healing as well. So, no doubt. But look, again, if you have these challenges, you need a coach. No doubt. That's why we're training doctors across the country. You can always call my website if you're looking for a doctor trained in true cellular detox and all of these things that I do. And no doubt we have gals there that can point you in the right direction. So I don't want to, these are serious conditions that typically people need some things, because even the dosing of it can get tricky. And then putting it in a program, what we call a multi-therapeutic approach, that's the key. Not one thing will fix you. You can't fix your gut without dealing with your upstream toxins. You can't fix your gut without turning off bad genes. All of it has to be put together. You need a coach, trust me. But okay, so that's one big trick. Now, let's get to the other tricks. So, pay attention. This is how you get to sleep, okay? Because some of you have trouble getting to sleep. I know melatonin is, this one you can just pick up at Whole Foods, but melatonin is a tricky one, because in it by itself, the body gets used to it. It's hard, taking it all the time. Your body stops producing its own. So the best way to do is take 3 to 9 milligrams. I'll even say 1 to 9 milligrams. Don't go above 9. But matching it with 5-HTP. And the dose of 5-HTP is 300 milligrams. I like a 5-HTP with B6 in it. Okay. I sell this particular one on my website. It's from Designs for Health. But you might be able to find one in any health food store, that the 5-HTP and the B6 combination. Here's the magic. You start with, don't get the dogs fired up, Mary. So you start with just 1 or 3 milligrams with 100 milligrams. That's where you start. If that's not getting you to sleep, then you increase it to 6 milligrams in 200 milligrams, and then you can increase it to, the dog keeps hitting this, I'm sorry. She got them all fired up.
I did not.
And then you can increase it to max of 3 milligrams and of the melatonin and 300 milligrams of the 5-HTP. Now, if you can get L-tryptophan, the dosing is between 500 milligrams and 200 milligrams. I have L-tryptophan on my website. Why am I talking about L-tryptophan? Because 5-HTP is a precursor to L-tryptophan. You know how you eat turkey at Thanksgiving and everyone ends up on the couch? Yeah, that's tryptophan. So tryptophan actually makes you sleepy. 5-HTP can work better for some people, and tryptophan can work better for other people. So that's why I'm telling you how to dose both. 500 to 2,000 milligrams on the L-tryptophan, and on this 100 to 300 milligrams. So one of these pills is 100 milligrams, so you take 1 to 3 pills. And these right here, the melatonin, 2.5 milligrams per pill. So you start with just one of them. I mean, in this case, so 1 to 3 milligrams, up to 9 is a max on the melatonin. But I would stay down on the melatonin. And then here's a product that I love. This one is called, it's from Systemic. Now, it has an herbalomic component. So there's things like passion flower, and there's some L-tryptophan in here, and there's some adaptogens in here. So some people really respond well to this, okay? So this can be added in this or even taken by itself. Now, I'm going to add one more thing. You know Warren, some of you know Warren, some of you don't. The melatonin, the tryptophan, or the 5-HTP combination, adding a little bit, about 15 milligrams of CBD. That's cannabidiol. Okay, look, doesn't have THC. Yes, it's from the hemp plant. Okay, but the one that I sell on my website is sold in all 50 states, I should say legal in all 50 states, and it does not have any THC. It's organic, and it's guaranteed 18% cannabidiol. It works on these cannabinoid receptors, huge for pain, huge for sleep and anxiety. So absolutely another key. Warren adds it to the melatonin, 5-HTP or tryptophan with the CBD, and he says, he swears by it. He says it's taken this protocol to the next level. So, and I've done it a couple times, and I'm telling you, it knocks me out. Okay, so there you go. Thank Warren for that, Gina. You know Warren. And Warren struggled with sleep issues all his life, so no doubt, I'm sure it's a good combination. All right, kava. Someone asked about kava. Yes, but here's the problem with kava. Most of it's junk. It's taken me a while. I have a very bright young man, Cameron. Thank you. You're probably watching this. He did the research on this. I can't take credit for it. He is a mastermind at kava. He found a few kavas that are quality kavas, one of which I'm carrying on my website. And it is a nano-sized particle of kava, a nano kava. And look, kava works when it's grown in the right soils, processed and harvested correctly. There's a lot of pitfalls about it. Matter of fact, I'll end up doing a cellular TV episode with Cameron about kava. Kava, for those who are very sensitive, knocks down sensitivities. It was a lifesaver for Cameron and a few of my other clients. And but it also can knock you out and help you sleep. And it also works magic for anxiety. I'm telling you, there's so many gems in this. Share it and like it because lives will change. So please share it, please. And, write comments. I love it. So, and then I have one more announcement. Tomorrow morning, this is Thursday, Friday, the gentleman I interviewed, this is an amazing interview. Merely Google, because I want to make sure I get his title right, Tripping Over the Truth of Cancer. Anyways, this interview I thought was amazing, and I've interviewed Thomas Seyfried. He's a brilliant scientist who wrote the book Cancer as a Metabolic Disease, and we've been on this subject of fasting, intermittent fasting, ketosis, and
Travis.
Yeah, Travis Christofferson. But do I have the book title right?
Christofferson, Tripping Over the Truth, the Metabolic Theory of Cancer.
Tripping Over the Truth.
The Metabolic Theory.
Tripping Over the Truth, the Metabolic Theory of Cancer. I knew I had that wrong. And Travis Christofferson, I mean, great interview. That's more Mountain Time. It's 8 a.m. East Coast Time.
10.
That is 10 a.m. And you watch that interview. I'm telling you, that's Cellular Healing TV. That's at my DR Pampa. In Pacific Time, 7 a.m. But yeah, so that's Cellular Healing TV. Go from drpampa.com and watch that interview. I'm telling you that it was a powerful interview. So I thought he made it more simple. I thought, even his book was a little more simple than Thomas. Thomas is a brilliant scientist, but I thought he did a fantastic job. I think he was going to be, I hope he's going to be teaching at one of my seminars in the future. So anyways, look, a lot of tips, a lot of tricks. Now I got one more little thing for you here. I purposely did this. I'm going to pull this in a little tighter. All right. So look at that. There's little Simon. Can you believe that? I looked at this. Remember, when was this? And this is Dylan. I'm going backwards here. This is Dylan. This is Olivia. They're both in Florida right now. FSU is Olivia. She's going to be a chiropractor. This is Daniel. You've seen Daniel on a lot of the videos. And this is Isaac. And Isaac is our ski racer. He just did filmed for me last night, right? Isn't that cute? And that's my beautiful wife. Still beautiful. I think she looks better now than then. And that's me. I definitely didn't have, I had some gray hair there, but definitely have more gray hair.
Simon was 3, I think.
Simon was 3. When was this?
So that was 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
Because they were, I think they were 10. Dylan and Olivia were 10.
Yeah, so I mean, we adopted the twins in 2004. So yeah, I mean, that's crazy, right? I mean, it's amazing. Time goes that fast, guys, right? Time goes that fast. Well, listen, share and like this, please, because this is a good topic. And remember, share each part because I keep referring to each part. So I know I'm going to hear some great testimonies from it, and stay tuned. I got some great shows coming up. Thanks. Love y'all. See you on the next one.